Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining me. I'm glad you're here. And we have a lot of interesting energies this week that will be pulling you one way or pushing you deep within, helping you um, find the next step that you want to pursue, that you want to follow your dreams. And so I'll be doing a tuning in a little bit to help us integrate with these energies so that we can more fully know that the universe is always working in our favor, that it's made for us, that it's here for us, and that we can tap into those energies to help us every week, to learn how to say to those energies when we feel they're not very friendly, how can I work with you instead of against you? And so this has made a big difference in my life, and that's why I'm sharing here, to know that it's made such a big difference to know that the universe is always working in my favor and that I can connect with these energies, that they're there for me and to help in many different ways. And so this week, it's a last quarter moon. The moon is in Leo. That happens on tomorrow on the 12th. And it's about lighting a path toward change, a change that you might have thought was out of reach. And I'm reading from what moonreading.com said. You likely have dreams that you have not thought were possible because of your circumstances or past or perceived abilities. This moon is a powerful reminder that no matter where you are in life, you can still accomplish so much more. So ask yourself, which belief about my past or circumstances is dimming my light? And what happens when I see it? And what happens when I set it down? Where can I show up with more courage in a project, in love, or how I speak about my gifts? And this magic of Leo energy lies in its ability to surprise us with what becomes possible when we lead with courage and conviction. So much of my life I led in powerlessness. I mean, I had courage and I followed some of my dreams and they came out good, but a lot of times inside I was being held back by the powerlessness. So this Leo energy gives us courage and illuminates our gifts, our natural talents, and the distinctive way that only each of us can contribute to the world. So it's a time for action, guided by knowing your purpose. So think about, what goal have you been circling around, afraid to commit to? What vision in your life have you been hesitant to voice out loud? And you can use this moon energy to direct yourself toward those goals. So this week's lunar vibe is also one of introspective release and empowered letting go. So, and all these energies are amplified by Mercury being in retrograde and juniper trees, Jupiter in retrograde. And overall, the week will be shifting. Early in the week, like yesterday and today, is a little more heavier energy of helping you look inside, have introspecting, perhaps potential financial or emotional weight that you might feel. And then by today and tomorrow, the energies become more fiery and have more clarity. And at the end of the week, it will result in restored vitality. And these themes include breaking negative cycles, honoring your creative fire without attachment, and integrating Scorpio energy, because we're still in the sun sign of Scorpio, the depth for profound personal evolution. And I don't know about you, but I'm all for personal evolution, and I desire that deeply, and am always yearning for that evolution, to be all I can be. So this is a time to forgive, to detox, to create space for renewal. It's about that with the retrograde energies, you need to approach it with an idea of gentle review of things and not forcing, not controlling or forcing change, not controlling or forcing these steps toward your actions or this deep clearing of the blocks that are holding you back. But it's surrender with love, surrendering to the highest good that the universe has for you to help build your resistance. And some of these ideas come from Girl and Her Moon or Times of India. And there's another one here, Slow North is another place I'd found sources. And so I just wanted to give you a few ideas of how to physically, how you can tangibly work at using these energies this week or tap into these energies. Look for physical comfort. So midweek, you might be feeling more tense or fatigued. And so be sure you get your rest and renewal on the weekend then. For your physical comfort, you can, it's often caused by Scorpio intensity that you feel that's building up tenseness. So be sure you do some exercise, yoga, breath work, herbal teas like lavender and chamomile can help you develop more calm or feel more calm inside. Perhaps dandelion tea for a gentle detox. Walking in nature is always good. And perhaps restructuring one habit that you have. Perhaps putting up boundaries around a relationship that drains your energy or things like that. Some of those ideas come from Girl and Her Moon. Each day, here's another thing you can do that's tangible. Each day, write down or make note in your mind of 3 things that you've released and 3 truths about yourself or about the universe that you've uncovered, or truths about your path ahead, your evolution that you're seeking. Try meditating under the moon tomorrow on November 12th. That's the quarter moon. And visualize a golden light dissolving shadows. So the golden light is like Leo, and the shadows are that emotional Scorpio. And the light is dissolving those shadows into fertile soil for new growth. You can use crystals like citrine or obsidian. Citrine would be for confidence, or obsidian is for Scorpio protection. And so you can amplify those with crystals. And those ideas are from mysticalmoonrituals.com. And then you can use these energies that you feel this week and channel them into honest conversation. But you can help you forgive a grudge or celebrate a win with loved ones, and use that in conversation to help you both, or all of you that are in that conversation, evolve to your next step. For help with career or finance, you can audit your budget or projects. And so Scorpio favors strategic cuts in your budget or for projects, and Leo is for bold pivots and turns. And you can put both of them into action at the same time. And that's from Times of India. So welcome to this Mooning the Ancestors, where we help clear these blocks of ourselves and our ancestors so that we can tap into those astrological energies, the astrological power that is given to us for our transformation, our evolution. And so I'll start the tuning here today. I'm going to take a little drink. And we're going to start to go deep into finding those things that we need to release, finding where we're holding that resistance. Oops. I need to scoot back a little bit further here. Move my weight. Alaridiya Shikaya Mananiana Lidiya Shikaya Maniananiashi Aladiya Shikaya Mana Haladiya Shikaya Mana Haladiya Shikaya Maniana Haladiya Shikaya Mana Haladiya Shikaya Manianian Haladiya Shikaya Manihaya Alamani Hani Haya Mani Ho Hallelujah Shikaya Mahaleluya Namani Aliyah Hallelujah Shikaya Mana Hallelujah Shikaya Mani Aliyah Shanakaya Mana Hallelujah Shakaya Hallelujah, Monian, Monian, Hanashikaya Mana, Hallelujah, Kaya Mana, Hallelujah, Kaya Mana, Shikaya Mana, Hana, Hallelujah, Shikaya Mana, Hallelujah, Hallelujah, Shikaya Mana. Halamona, Harashia Kayamona, Haladia Kayamona, Shiakia Hayamon, Haladishika, Halamoni Anion, Shanamoni Anion, Anion. Being pulled to go more and more into clearing the ancestor patterns within us now. These two forks together tend to go really deep, spiraling really deep into things, and we're going to ask that they go deep into the ancestral blocks within us. Kayamani, Kayamani, Hallelujah, Hayamani, Hallelujah, Kayamana, Hallelujah, Hallelujah, Hashikayamana, Hallelujah, Kayamana, Nani, Hallelujah, Shikayamana, Hallelujah. Shikaya Mona Hallelujah, Shikaya Moni Hallelujah, Kaya Moni Hallelujah, Shikaya Moni Hallelujah, Shikaya Mona Hallelujah, Kaya Moni Anamoni Ani Ani Shikaya Anamoni Hallelujah, Shikaya Moni Hallelujah, Shikaya Mani, ani, ana, mani, an, mani, ani, ani, ashika, halani, haya, mani, ani, ana, mani, aladi, ashikaya, mani, aladi, ashikaya, man, adi, ashikaya, man, aladi, kaya, man. Hanamoni, ani, hani, ashikaya, mani, an, already, shikaya, hanuman. Hanamoni, hani, holiday, ashikaya, man. Hani, ashikaya, kaya, mani, ani, anamani, an. Holiday, ashikaya, mani, ani, ashikaya, mani, holiday, ashikaya, mani, hani, holiday, ashikaya, mani, anamani, ani, Anamoni, ani, anamoni, ani, ani. Halamoni, ashikaya, mahaladi, ashikaya, moni. Oladi, ashikaya, moni, ani, ani. Amoni, ani, ani, ashika. Holadi, ashiki, hi, moni. Holadi, ashiki, kai, moni. Holadi, ashikaya, moni, an. Holadi, holadi, ashikaya, moni, ani, ani, an. Holadi, ashikaya, moni, han, moni, han. Hashikaya Manion. Holiday, Shiakaya, Namani, honey, holiday, Kanakaya, Monani, Shiaki, Shiakaya, Namon, Haya, holiday, Shiakila, Monani, and Hola, and Kaya, money, and Hola, Shiakaya, holiday, Shiakaya, holiday, Shiakaya. Unamani ani hola de dia shiki de kaya moni on. Hana dia shikaya na moni on and a moni ani hola. Hala hola. Hana mani ani hola de shikala de kashikaya na mona. Hola de dia shikaya na mon. Hale dia shikaya mona ni hala de dia. Holiday Shiakaya Namoniana Namanania Kashiakaya Mon. Holiday Shiakaya. I feel it working at my root chakra, the center of safety and security. Helping me release those fears, insecurities, things that hold us back from being all we can be, of that evolution that we're made to do, to make those changes in our lives, to be all we can be, to bring forth from our heart those dreams and desires that only we can add to the world for the highest good and to our own lives. That's why we're given these lives. So if you feel old patterns rising, old thoughts of fear or anger, or if you feel the powerlessness rising, or that frustration and overwhelm you feel when Mercury retrograde hits when you're trying to do something and screws up the technology, all those old patterns are to lean into, to say, hey, how can I work with you instead of against you? How can I release, surrender to the work that these luminaries bring for us to work, bring for our own desires to come forth. Letting the tone die out. I'll switch to a different fork. This is the 432. Yawning, burping, hiccuping, coughing, those are all ways that energy releases through our body. I feel these hiccups of energy as they rise to release, kind of like bubbles rising from the bottom of a pan, ready to break on the surface. I'm going to go deeper again. Another layer of release, of surrender. Feel deeply into your body, wherever you might be feeling something. All our discomfort, aches, pains in our bodies, our emotional upsets often result in buildups that make us buildups in areas of our body that make us susceptible to pain or illness or injury. And it's the pain, injury, and illness. So tap into those emotions you may be feeling and just surrender that and let go of control. Let go of your push to get things done, and just let the universe bring it to you. I'm going to use the set of Schumann forks here. Together, it's the Schumann resonance that will help ground you to the earth. To be that, fully be what you can be in being the connector. Us as people are the connection between heaven and earth. And so are trees. They're the connection between earth and heaven, and we're between heaven and earth. And so the trees complete the cycle with this. We're just grounding deep into earth energy, grounding into Leo energy, that boldness and courage, grounding our emotions into surrender and release. As we ground our feet to the earth energy, we'll ground our crown and our upreached arms to heaven energy, and just receive the guidance from heaven. Release those dreams and desires of our own that we want to bring into fruition here in the earth. Just feeling a lot of gratitude and giving thanks that I am able to bring those dreams into fruition, and will more and more in days to come. So that can, before we conclude here, I'll integrate our energies, bring coordination between all our energy systems, and hold an intention, please. And I will amplify that intention as I zip up your energy for protection, zip you up from foot to crown. Connect your ascending flow with the joy of your angels and ancestors in the oneness. There we go. Thank you again for watching. I wish you much success this week in releasing and tuning into those energies and exploring what comes next for you. Bye-bye.